Good evening from Stoughton High School as we begin Badger Small Conference play here at 6 p.m. kickoff, an hour earlier, moved up due to weather. Kate Johnson alongside Jack Goodwin bringing you Wisco Radio's coverage of Mount Horeb Barneveld Football. And Jack, we got the Vikings versus the Vikings about ready to get underway. Really the first taste of true conference play in this one. Both teams coming in 3-1, trying to make a early statement as they begin to play within the Badger Small.
Yeah, I'm getting excited for this one. 5 games less in the season, all Badger Small Conference games. I think you argue Stoughton's probably the toughest opponent left for them in the year, or Edgewood. Edgewood coming off a very dominating victory last week. I believe against Kettle Moran Lutheran, if I'm correct.
Yeah, the dominant win over them, similar to Mount Horeb's last week win. Had their second team playing a lot of the second half, so certainly a matchup to keep an eye on later in the year is that MHB Edgewood. But, of course, the task at hand, the host Stoughton Vikings have the ball in the tee. Mount Horeb Barneveld will be returning to start this one. A short kick picked up right at that 20-yard line and taken to about the 25. I believe that was Andy Jones on the return, and that's for MHB's offense will start 1st and 10. MHB usually used to starting on defense, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of tone the offense can start here in this one.
Yeah, I think a big thing for them is they got to come out and make a statement in this game. They struggle to do that a few games this year, and I think if they do that, it'll really put a wrench right in Stoughton's team right off the bat.
The 3 receivers set out to the right of Henderson. Jack Wilson alongside him to that, and they will start with that. The read option for Hendrickson gets a nice chunk yardage gain right around that first down marker and move the chains 1st and 10, says the officials.
Yeah, it proves that he is not scared to run the ball. Doesn't even take a slide, just runs right through the defender and, as you said, picks up that first down.
I've certainly liked that look the last few games and really showing his running ability.
Grendel will check in, but and Odger's starting to see less playing time and letting the youngster Christian get more playing time.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different weapons out at wide receiver. Baumgart had a nice game last week, showed his route running ability on a couple of deep balls. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. Hendrickson. This one will be caught across midfield, down and wrapped up out of bounds. Django Christian into Stoughton territory. A nice throw-in catch, senior to sophomore.
Yeah, say that one again. Really beautiful play there. Django Christian been making his presence known all season, and he's been playing really well, and he continues to do it. As he'll still have another 2 years here in MHB football.
It was a well-designed play. It also had Anderson in the flats, who would have had plenty of room to get that first down as well. Christian will go in motion as now Hendrickson under center. He'll give it off to Wilson heading up the middle. Wilson makes his cut, falls forward, and pick up a gain of about 4. Early in this one, still no score. Had a 6 p.m. kickoff tonight. Now approaching the 10-minute mark. This is the opening drive of the game. MHB did receive the opening kickoff and trying to strike first here on the road.
Yeah, it feels weird kicking off this early. A lot of daylight left.
It'll be trips to the left. And Hendrickson will look. Finds his target over the middle. That looks to be Haig across the first down marker. And Hendrickson kind of finding his groove early on this first drive, Jack.
Yeah, that's the thing. He'll sometimes hit every throw, and sometimes he'll miss here and there. And you have him hitting every throw, and he's not – you can't stop him. There's a reason he's a Division I quarterback.
So it'll be Inside the 30, spotted about the 27, 1st and 10. The playbook has been pretty wide open for MHB here, mixing the run with the pass. As Hendrickson will go under center and single back. Play action, rolling out right, under heavy pressure, outrunning the defender, and will just get what he can as Anderson lays a block. Stoughton sideline wanting a penalty, and Hendrickson ends up picking up about 8 or 9 on that one after it looked like might be a potential sack. So we take another look there. That was pretty close to a legal block there. Anderson might have got away with one.
Yeah, I hear it from both sides. MHB really happy and Stoughton really upset. And
actually, after adjusting the spot, it'll be 1st and 10 inside the red zone. So Mount Horeb Barneveld's offense is rolling. Hendrickson will keep it. Quarterback keeper read option, trying to find the sideline and push down out of bounds. Going to be close to another 1st down. Markham a couple yards short. And they like to, last couple games, they've liked to go to that read option with Hendrickson, who's done a nice job reading the defender and picking up some nice yardage.
Yeah, you go back to last year, was really just a pocket passer. And this year they really expanded him using those, their really athletic build and using it to his advantage big time this year.
It'll be a toss out of the shotgun to Wilson, makes a nice cut, and then is wrapped up, I think going to be just shy of that 1st down marker.
He feels really comfortable throwing just those 5-6 yard hitches. I wonder if they go to one of those there, or just like, as you were saying, that screen passes always seem to be a nice little safety valve that Brooks can just dump it off to either Meyer or Wilson and let them do the rest.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 7. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Anderson, the tight end, will motion right to left. Hendrickson dropping back, stepping up, firing over the middle, jump ball, and just through the outstretched hands of Christian will bring up 4th down. And now decision time here for coaches, starting with their defense on the field, try to get a stop and set the tone for the offense, maybe give them a little better field position. It'll be split back for the Stoughton Vikings. Hand off to the halfback, and that one's stuffed again. Eli Meyer once again, one of the first guys in on that one. Wilson as well. And an early 3rd down for Stoughton.
Yeah, a long one if that.
Three and out chance here for MHB's defense. Stoughton trying to capitalize off of their defensive stop. Shotgun formation. It'll be Kotlowski in the gun. He'll keep it. Firing to the right and grabbed and tackled down by a slew of MHB defenders. I believe that might have been Sevilla.
This one.
Pretty good turnout for both fans. A lot of MHB Vikings fans making the trip, and of course Stoughton packing in their stadium. A great marching band here as the Vikings of Stoughton will punt that one away. A short punt. It'll bounce right at Stoughton's 40 and take a slight MHB bounce. So great field position to start their second offensive drive. Defense able to force a 3 and out. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by First Weber, Mark Nortman and Associates. And by Kittleson Landscaping. Hope you enjoyed the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscaping. So MHB ball, 1st and 10. Hendrickson this time will hand it off to Wilson with a head of steam over the middle, trucking forward, falling forward, and a first down for the senior running back, Jack Wilson, his best run on the early evening.
Yeah, I didn't see much of Meyer last week. A lot more leaning towards Wilson.
Hurry up offense. This time Hendrickson will keep it. Heading for that left sideline, will pick up about 5 yards, second down and 5. Certainly a difficult task for this Stoughton front seven, trying to stay disciplined. Obviously the threat of Wilson running it, you got to completely watch out for, but then now a second element that the Vikings of Mount Horeb haven't showed in Hendrickson tucking the ball. MHB continue with the up-tempo pace. Stoughton showing blitz. It'll be a handoff inside zone to Wilson, who falls forward for another first down. Some great running there by the senior.
Yeah, they'll make their way inside the Plain, Wisconsin red zone yet again here just 8 minutes into this ball game.
And I think after coming up short of the end zone or any points for that matter on the last drive, MHB really hungry to strike first.
Yeah, really driving really well. Then that penalty really set them back.
Lee trips to the right. Little bubble screen here for Christian. Trying to find the outside. Still on his feet. Spinning off defenders down to the 5-yard line. Great run after the catch there by the sophomore.
Yeah, it looked like a Stoughton defender was rallying in the backfield, and Django Christian just able to make a defender miss and make something out of nothing.
So pretty much back to where they were prior to that false start on their last drive. Second down and 2. Ball spotted at the 10 inside the Plain, Wisconsin red zone. Vikings certainly cannot afford any penalties in this spot once again. Brooks will go under center. They'll hand it off up to middle to Wilson. Wilson trying to fight for those extra yards. We'll see the spot. I think he might have been marked just shy of that first down marker. And this is a spot as well we've seen, even though Wilson with the strength and frame, we've seen a lot of Eli Meyer in this situation out of the backfield as well, Jack, especially on the two-point conversions. He's been their short yardage guy.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, those two-point conversions, they really tend to use him. And it's always been really successful here this year. And they do have Wilson in the game, though. Refs talking something over.
Rain has momentarily stopped as well. As we are now under 3 minutes in the first quarter. Still no score here in Stoughton. And officials get things cleared up, and we are ready for this third down and short. It'll be Hendrickson. Little shovel option. Don't know if that was a forward pass or not. Wilson trying to jump on it, and they will say incomplete. Tough angle from where we are, but it did look like that was a forward shovel pass. Stoughton fans wanting a fumble, and now 4th and inches. We'll see what MHB decides to call here, keeping their offense on the field once again on a 4th down in this same situation. Back to the shotgun goes MHB. Extra blocker alongside the line of scrimmage. It'll be a zone up the middle for Wilson, and that is enough for the first down. Not quite the touchdown. Ball's going to be spotted inside the 2. It'll be back to Wilson, and right there, just short again. could not quite get into the end zone. So it'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 1 yard line.
I don't know, something's wrong with the cable for the scoreboard. I don't know.
Meyer now will get the handoff. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Eli Meyer. Their short yardage guy has been reliable all year as the junior puts MHB on the board first here, 6-0. They take the lead over Stoughton pending the extra point attempt. So 6-0, MHB leads. They will line up for the 2-point try. This one will go to Meyer again and makes his way easily in for the 2-point conversion. Mount Horeb Barneveld out to an 8-0 lead here on the road against Stoughton.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of car?
Back here at Stoughton High School, MHB able to capitalize off of great field position here. 8-0, they lead Stoughton with 1:33 left in the first quarter. Both teams' defenses getting early stops in this one, so on their second drive able to capitalize with an Eli Meyer 1-yard touchdown. And some scoreboard issues here at Stoughton. So we will step aside for a quick break here on Wisco Radio.
Chiropractic Services, Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
At Mound City.
Kickoff here for MHB, fielded at the 15-yard line by one of the upmen, takes it and actually makes a nice cutback before tackle out of bounds around the 33.
Pretty good starting field position for the Stoughton Vikings. Got to be specific on that here tonight.
And I think some more scoreboard issues once again for the stadium here at Stoughton. I think we'll step aside for another word from our sponsors. 8-0 MHB leading Stoughton with 1:33 left in the first.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you. Stop by or call us in Mount Horeb at 608-437-2685. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you, with offices also in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, and Mineral Point. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling
There, and now for their second drive, trying to get something going.
Split back formation, handoff here to Empey, the senior captain. Not a whole lot doing there, and already another third down on Stoughton's second drive, so a chance for back-to-back 3-and-outs for MHB's defense.
Yeah, got to give them some credit on that cutback there. Saw there was no lane going right, cut back up the middle, able to get a few yards out of that, call it a 3-yard gain, but still 3rd and 7 now.
Shotgun formation, receiver set out to each side. Play action. Kotlowski firing over the middle, has a receiver spinning off a defender, and into MHB territory goes number 14, Parker Selnow. A great throw and catch over the middle, brings the ball all the way to the 29 of MHB.
Yeah, and that should bring us to the end of this first quarter.
It will be the end of the first. Your score after 1, MHB 8, Stoughton nothing. You're listening to Wisco Radio.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities thrive. Whether you're looking for a loan to grow your dreams or secure a place to grow your savings, Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey. Getting ready to begin the second quarter here on Wisco Radio after a great throw and catch by Stoughton to end the first. They'll go back to Empey on first down now in MHB territory.
They're really putting themselves in striking distance now. See if they can even this score up. Yeah, last year when these two teams battled it out, MHB coming away 54-0 victorious after Stoughton started off the year really hot. I believe started the year 5-0 and coming into MHB with high expectations. MHB ranked 2 and Stoughton ranked 8 and just absolutely blew them out.
There'll be a speed option out of the pistol here for the Stoughton Vikings. And once again, not having a lot of success on the ground. That was number 13, Logan Hedstrom, the running back on the carry there. So we've seen a few different guys being able to run it out of the backfield here for Stoughton, mixing up some pistol and split back looks. But the real success we've seen so far is when they've aired it out. They'll stick with pistol again. In motion goes Selnow. Dropping back, little swing pass. Thought he had a little running room, did Hedstrom, but wrapped up for a fourth down.
Yeah, definitely a go-for-it situation, striking distance. Really want to even this game up and not let MHB pull too far away.
So it'll be 4th and 5. Stoughton's offense stays on the field. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. 8-0 MHB leading with 10:15 left in the second quarter. Two backs alongside Kotlowski. Fake it. Little pop pass over the middle. Fake pop pass actually and throw a swing to the right, and nothing but running room down inside the 5 to the 1 for Hedstrom. A great play call there. Fooled me with the fake pop swing pass, and just what Stoughton needed there on that 4th down.
Yeah, give some credit to Andy Jones on that tackle there, swinging out right, and got to play some golf with his dad this afternoon. Ed Jones.
I'll actually say he stepped out at about the 2. But how about the play call there, as we'll keep it here with a timeout. How about the play call there on 4th down and 5. Fake the throw over the middle, and then a swing pass. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energies to customers in Mount Horeb, and by Norse Golf Club. Book a tee time online at norsegolfclub.com. So a quick timeout for MHB. Did not like what they saw for this 1st and goal try. And Stoughton keeping things interesting here after looked to potentially be back-to-back 3 and outs. Got things rolling through the air.
MHB's defense looking to regroup now.
Handed off to Hedstrom, and this time bottled up, spun off the initial tackle, but then finished off. Looked like Harry Walker got to him first. Good to see him involved in the backfield after an outstanding junior season last year, trying to continue to build upon that success. So after 1st and goal from the 2, it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 4. And now Stoughton and head coach Jason Becker want to talk things over. So we'll step aside for a quick break. MHB leading Stoughton here on the road 8-0 in the 2nd quarter.
Sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
The Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Big 2nd down and goal coming up here in the 2nd quarter. 9:21 left here in the 1st half. Stoughton's offense putting together a nice drive, trying to finish it off. We'll go to Hedstrom on the zone play. Cuts it inside and into the end zone. Stoughton gets some points on the board here in the 2nd quarter, and now trailing 6-8 pending the extra point attempts. Sending out the kick team, just trying to take the points here early. Don't mind that decision if you're got some trust in your kicker. You don't want to find yourself down 2 points and then have Mount Horeb a chance to make it a 2-score game. That one up and good. So 8-7 the score, as we'll keep it here. 9:17 left in the 1st half. Quite the drive there for Stoughton, Jack.
Yeah, no kidding. Stoughton, yeah, looked like they were about to stall out on 2 straight 3rd downs, then getting those big pass plays and making something out of nothing.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mound City Bank, building lasting relationships with premier financial solutions, and by the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, an organization focused on assisting the development of youth football players in Mount Horeb. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making Wisco Radio's coverage of MHB football possible, as we've got ourselves a ball game early in this one. Just a key, crucial couple of third and fourth down pickups by Stoughton. Make it a 1-point game.
Yeah, I don't think St. Arl's going to be too happy going into halftime if they don't put up another touchdown or two.
This one will be fielded by Christian at his own 10. Trying to find a seam over the middle and is wrapped up. Tackled down at the 30-yard line. As you mentioned, pretty important drive here for MHB. Obviously coming into this one with a lot of confidence after last year over Stoughton. You don't come away with any sort of points here and let Stoughton potentially have the final opportunity to put points on the board here in the first half. You certainly make it an interesting second half.
Yeah, you definitely need to put some points up on the board here. You don't, you definitely give chance for Stoughton to do the same thing back at you. And MHB not familiar being down at halftime outside that Grafton game this year.
They'll start off with a run here on first. Not a whole lot doing there, as Meyer will be the running back to start the drive for MHB. No rush, obviously, for MHB. Plenty of time still left here in the first half. Now under 9 minutes to play. Receiver set out to the right, 2 to the left of Brooks. He'll get it. Looking to pass. Firing deep down the right sideline, and that one was nearly intercepted. Had his receiver, Hag, and nearly coming away with a one-handed pick was Tate Schneider, the sophomore. That would have been an excellent play there if he was able to come away with that. Regardless, a nice pass defense, though, for Tate Schneider.
Yeah, looking at that one through the camera, I thought he had that one for a second, and that would have been one heck of a catch. And now upcoming, it's going to be 3rd and 9 for MHB. Must-pass scenario.
So it'll be 3rd and 9, a big 3rd and 9. Stoughton sending pressure, and they will get to Brooks Hendrickson for the sack. MHB did not identify the blitz, and it was number 15, Reed Blackburn, the 6'5 senior, getting home, and MHB will have to send out their punt team.
And Hendrickson also the punter for MHB.
So how about this Stoughton defense coming away with a stop, and now a chance to get their offense on the field to try to take the lead. Good snap. Nice boot end over end, fielded at the 35. And a great play tackled down on the sideline by Colin Haig. Sell now just gets what he can on the return. So pretty good field position here for the Stoughton Vikings. 1st and 10 from the 42. Well, we've seen some success offensively from Kotlowski throwing the ball here. We'll see if maybe a little bit more pass-oriented offense here on this drive, Jack. That has been the weakness in MHB's defense so far.
Yeah, I definitely see him still mixing some run plays in there, but I definitely anticipate some more passing plays, maybe those short out routes, short hitches.
Run formation out of pistol, and a great tackle by Eli Meyer coming up, making a big hit.
Yeah, he's already had a few tackles for loss, and I don't know if he lost any there, but definitely didn't gain any.
Yeah, very minimal yardage, if any. We'll call it 2nd down and 10. And we talk about the key offensive drive here for MHB, but maybe even bigger one for Stoughton. There's still plenty of time for MHB to get a stop. In motion goes Selno. He'll move into the slot. Kotlowski Fakes the handoff. Looking deep. Over the middle. Got a receiver with a step and could not quite connect with Jackson Keese. Found the seam in the secondary, but incomplete. Just a little too strong on that pass.
Yeah, had the defender beat there, and that's one the quarterback's just got to connect on, and that's going to be a huge play. Maybe not quite a touchdown. Defender could have caught him, but nevertheless would have been a huge gain.
And if you're this MHB defense, that secondary has shown a few weaknesses in this one after they've been so great all year, so certainly going to have to tighten up, as Kotlowski will not be missing all those the rest of the game. Play action, rolling left, firing deep again. Jump ball, and just through the outstretched hands of Keese. Great coverage on the play.
Yeah, Stoughton saying they got there a little early and should have been a DPI, but I think he just got there just in time and wouldn't have had a catch on the football either way.
Believe that was Colton Bell back there on the coverage for MHB. Certainly made the difficult catch even more difficult. And now Stoughton lining up to punt this one away. Just barely gets that one off, end over end. Fielded by Haig at his own 25, across the 30, 35, and pushed out of bounds. Just shy of the 40, so MHB defense does their job.
And let's see if MHB's offense can deliver.
6:24, so no rush for Mount Horeb. 2 timeouts for each teams in this one, 8-7. Your score with Mount Horeb leading here on the road against Stoughton. Badgers small conference play in full swing. Each of these teams coming into this one with 1 loss, trying to start off on the right foot in the Badgers small. In the gun go the Vikings. As we've seen most of the evening, they'll start it with a handoff to Jack Wilson over the middle. Modest gain for the senior.
Yeah, try to get a little spin move going in there. Nothing going on that one. Just hitting the 6-minute mark here now in the second quarter. Still a lot of daylight left. Really throwing me off.
Yeah, almost feels like that first August game of the year where you
exactly
got a lot of daylight for majority of the game. But the second half sun will start to go down. Curl route here on the near side. Caught for a first down by Odgers. Nice catch and run there for the senior Odgers. Excuse me. Yeah, senior.
MHB rotating a lot of receivers in and out. Really 6 receivers on this roster that get a lot of reps at receiver depending on the play.
Continue that spread offense we've seen with MHB over the years. It helps to have a lot of different guys that can catch the ball. This one will be a Brooks keeper on the read option. Across the 40, down to about the 39. Still had a lot of success. Hasn't quite had the big chunk yardage we've seen that we saw last week, but still, when you can get a nice 5-6 yards on first down, you want to keep going to that quarterback run.
Yeah, definitely nothing you can complain about. Get those long yardages on those first downs. Gives the opportunity to maybe heave it deep because you still got another down to play with after.
Here's Brooks again. Same route, other side of the field, this time to Haig. And a first down for MHB. Vikings in no rush here as the clock continues to run. Don't want to leave Stoughton with any time regardless of the outcome of this drive. 4:41 left in the first half. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Anderson, the tight end. They'll start the first down off with Wilson again. Wilson with a seam across the 20, 15, 10, 5, and outrunning the Stoughton defender for the MHB touchdown. Putting the wheels on display is Jack Wilson. Mount Horeb Barneveld now extending their lead to 2 scores. Excuse me, extending their lead to 7. Could extend it to 2 scores with this 2-point attempt.
Yeah, that definitely, well, you question Stoughton. Obviously, if they don't get this, a field goal attempt was the right try, but if they do get this, it makes it a 2-score game, and Stoughton looks a little silly just going for 1 there.
Crucial 2-point, trying to make it 9 and 2 scores. Eli Meyer over the middle. That is close. It's going to depend on the spot, and it is good. So now 16-7. It is 2 scores, and a key 2-point conversion leads to a 9-point MHB lead. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Farmers Savings Bank, more than just your local hometown bank. And by Play in Wisconsin, swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, and more. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin. So yeah, initially, Jack, when we saw Stoughton take that extra point, you don't mind the decision, but then you got to get the stop on the 2-pointer. You really find yourselves in a difficult situation, not being able to tie things up, even though you've scored the same amount of touchdowns.
Yeah, I completely understand on the Stoughton side. Obviously, you got a good kicker, and you expect him to make it, and you get the free points, but you also have a team that went for 2 and got it. I think that's a scenario we have to go for 2, but never know. Maybe it'll pan out in the Stoughton favor. Still a lot of game left, and plenty of time for them to put up a drive here.
Will be Stoughton ball at the half after the Vikings received the opening kickoff. This one fielded at the 5 by Selnow. Takes it across the 20 before he is pushed down out of bounds. So that's where Stoughton, Kodolowski and company will start their drive. Looking like probably Stoughton's final drive of the first half, unless some sort of defensive touchdown or a quick stop and strike for MHB. So going to be important for them to try to get things going here heading into the half.
Got a lot of field to go here. Imagine they put the ball in the air more.
No motion, Sell now into the backfield and hand it off up the middle. Nice gain there to the 29-yard line. Really helps out your play calling and offense when you can get a nice first down run like that.
Yeah, that's what makes it so much easier for MHB. You got a really good running back. It really opens up the pass game as a lot more defenders probably commit into the run game, but then you throw the ball 10 yards downfield. It completely throws the defense off and never know which way you're going.
They'll keep it on the ground here on second, Will Stoughton, and nothing doing there. Looked like Aiden Knight was the first one in on that one for MHB. We'll see the spot. Almost looked like a tackle for loss initially, yeah. But kind of a favorable spot there for Stoughton, making it 3rd and what we'll call 1.
Yeah, definitely could say that one again.
Forward progress maybe coming into play. This time on the ground again. Once again, not a whole lot doing, but should be plenty for a first down.
Yeah, it looks like the ref has him marked about a half a yard short. Wonder if they're going to give it to him. And that ball is really close. They will move the chains.
So first down here for Stoughton. And now maybe the clock becomes a little bit of a factor. Still only on their own 32-yard line, under 3 minutes. They do have 2 timeouts, but going to want a few little bit larger plays. They'll keep it on the ground.
Nothing going that time.
Hedstrom. And actually, MHB will elect to use one of their timeouts, so we'll take one as well. 16-7, Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton with 2:35 left in the first half.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School football program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Go long.
Second down here for Stoughton. 16-7, Mount Horeb Barneveld leading at Stoughton. Badgers small conference matchup between two well-coached football teams. Both trying to start off on the right foot here in conference play. Be a play action. Little hitch route on the outside, well covered by MHB. It's number 17, Colton Bell, tackling number 17, Jackson Keese. No timeout this time for MHB. Still have one. Stoughton has two. And I think depending on how this next play call, or excuse me, this next play goes, Coach St. Arnold will be ready to call that immediately. We'll go with a play action again. Looking to pass, stepping up in the pocket, now looking to run. Just reaching out, trying to stretch for that first down, and just shy is Kodlowski.
Yeah, just about a yard short. Wonder if they go for this. Not sure how aggressive a play caller they got. I believe a timeout was called. Not sure on who, though.
MHB taking their last timeout, trying to get the ball back to their offense. So, yeah, you mentioned their own 40. It certainly crosses your mind to go for it. Of course, you don't want to give MHB an easy opportunity as well. So we'll see what Stoughton elects to do here. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Weedman. Get ready to achieve a lawn care win with Weedman.
Now, big fourth down here for Stoughton. Really want to keep this game within reach. It's technically a two-score. Oh, they are punting it.
So lining up to punt. Vikings being cautious of the fake. Good snap, good punt. Going to be fielded. Fair caught and muffed, but recovered by Hag at the 28. That could have been dangerous for MHB. Great heads-up play to fall back on top of that one.
Yeah, you make a mistake like that. Thankfully, Hag was able to recover from it and fix his own mistake.
So 1:40 on the clock. Brooks Hendrickson and the offense head out here at the end of the first half. Vikings used all their timeouts to save the time there on that last defensive drive. Clock, of course, does stop on first down. And now Stoughton showing blitz here on first. Hendrickson going to have to get it out quick. He does, to the flats. That's Baumgart in the sideline, and smart play getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. Perfect play call to counter the Stoughton blitz.
Yeah, Kelson Baumgart, another young receiver in this room, a sophomore along with Django Christian.
Blitz coming again. This time he'll dump it down to Anderson. Anderson, a little run after the catch, staying in bounds. And how about Anderson sneaking down across the sideline to the 39 of Stoughton. So a couple of big pass plays to start MHB's drive, and they are rolling into Stoughton territory.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Anderson. Thought he was going to step out the 45, but ends up going upfield a little more, just working that sideline and end up getting out of bounds with an extra 6 yards.
They'll go back to that same play to Anderson. And trucking over defender, picking up another first down is Anderson. That is not an easy guy to bring down one-on-one.
Yeah, 6'6", 220, definitely not in your favor. And he is also a D1 commit.
And now Stoughton
for football
will take a timeout. So we'll take a quick break as well. You are watching MHB football on Wisco Radio.
Go long. It's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
Back here in Stoughton, had an early kickoff this evening, trying to beat the incoming weather. Has held off pretty well, had some early rainfall in the first quarter, but other than that, a nice night for football. And now MHB trying to extend their lead here at the end of the first with 1:23 left in the second quarter. Stoughton will blitz again. Scrambling out of the pocket and just throwing it away was Hendrickson. Heads up play there from the senior, not taking a loss and stopping the clock. Second and 10 from the 28. Coach St. Arnold staying aggressive, trying to get some points here. Hendrickson back to Anderson again, and this time a great tackle by number 12, Tate Schneider. Clock continues to run. Vikings showing a little urgency here as we are now under 1 minute.
Yeah, no timeouts to account for, so really got to pick it up now. Not seem to be in any rush.
Yeah, initially seemed to show some urgency. Now a lot of confusion on offense as we are at 40 seconds. Vikings need to get a playoff here. Stoughton sending the pressure. Vikings setting up the screen. Great play call to negate the blitz. Here's Christian across the 15, 10-5 into the end zone as a flag flies in at the end of that one. How about the dial up from Chris Ballback, though? Blitz coming on third down. Little screen, and we will await the penalty.
MHB's walking back. Wonder if this one's on them.
Thrown kind of in the area.
Maybe a legal block in the back or holding.
So I was thinking of a block in the back from maybe one of the receivers. But certainly seems to be on MHB.
Yeah, holding will be the call in MHB, and that'll back them up.
So a tough break. Thought they were coming away with a score here at the end of the half. A lot of time came off there on that last play, Jack. And the previous play ended was right about a minute. That was a long play and took a while to get the snap off. So now only 25 seconds and, of course, no timeouts. Honestly, would be a rush if you did want to try a field goal if you got closer to inside the 20 to even get your field goal team on. Vikings will try to get out of bounds or a first down. Hendrickson rolling left. Will just tuck it and run. Get some more yards, and I think he might have got the first down.
Yeah, I think he did.
Thought he was just going to step out of bounds and stop the clock. Instead, the heads-up play, almost like we saw with Anderson a few plays back where I think Stone maybe even thought he was just headed out of bounds and sneaks and tiptoes along that near sideline for a first. Most importantly, stopping the clock.
Yeah, it's one of those plays where Stoughton's doing everything right, but then you notice the quarterback can scramble too and plays dead to rights and makes something out of nothing.
17 seconds. Here's Hendrickson. This time rolling right, trying to find a receiver. He'll step up, and he's got to get out of bounds. That he does. Probably could have thrown that one away as well, too. Now only 8 seconds. So really you got maybe 2 shots at the end zone if that's what you're looking to do. As we said, not too sure on the field goal range for MHB's kicking team. But certainly a few different things you can try to go for here that cross your mind. Most importantly, can't take a sack or get tackled in bounds, not across the first down marker.
Yeah, there's no way you get another playoff. You get tackled in bounds. It's either a touchdown or out of bounds.
Here's Hendrickson firing. Back corner of the end zone. Got his receiver, and it is caught for a touchdown. A great throw and catch from Brooks Hendrickson. And the Vikings now striking with zeros on the clock here at the end of the first half. Great end. Perfect execution at the end of that first half.
Yeah, that was number 8, Hayden Anderson on the touchdown grab there.
Saw the opportunity with Anderson. Of course, that 6'6" frame and just beating his man there in the back corner. They will try to go to that a few times against Grafton, and this time it works to perfection. 2-point toss. Running right to left, trying to get to the pylon is Meyer, and he does. So your halftime score, Mount Horeb Barneveld 24, Stoughton 7. We will step aside and hear from our sponsors. Coming up, we will have the second half brought to you on Wisco Radio.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you. Stop by or call us in Mount Horeb at 608-437-2685. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you, with offices also in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, and Mineral Point. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Turn your home into the ultimate family playground with Plain Wisconsin. Choose from our traditional solid wood or maintenance-free vinyl swing sets built for fun, safety, and years of enjoyment. Whether it's a basketball goal for your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain Wisconsin.
Before you notice any changes, these quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities thrive. Whether you're looking for a loan to grow your dreams or secure a place to grow your savings, Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Go long. That's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan of Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you. Stop by or call us in Mount Horeb at 608-437-2685. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you, with offices also in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, and Mineral Point. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Turn your home into the ultimate family playground with Plain Wisconsin. Choose from our traditional solid wood or maintenance-free vinyl swing sets built for fun, safety, and years of enjoyment. Whether it's a basketball goal for your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain Wisconsin, you get quality, durability, and fun, all in one place. Visit our Middleton showroom to try it first or shop us online at plainwisconsin.com.
At Samuelson Eye Care, we know clear vision doesn't always mean healthy eyes. That's why we've introduced advanced screenings to capture detailed images above and below the surface of your eyes, helping us spot potential issues early, often before you notice any changes. These quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses,
Farmers committed to finding you the perfect home. Friend, have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program.
If some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community.
Each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustment.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you.
Your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain Wisconsin, you get quality, durability, and fun, all in one place. Visit our Middleton showroom to try it first or shop us online at plainwisconsin.com.
At Samuelson Eye Care, we know clear vision doesn't always mean healthy eyes. That's why we've introduced advanced screenings to capture detailed images above and below the surface of your eyes, helping us spot potential issues early, often before you notice any changes. These quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities thrive. Whether you're looking for a loan to grow your dreams or secure a place to grow your savings, Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football Program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football Program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Go long.
Back here at Stoughton High School, you are watching Wisco Radio. Kate Johnson alongside Jack Goodwin, bringing you coverage of MHB football. Your halftime score, 24-7, Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton here on the road. And after a little bit of a slow start, Jack, Mount Horeb really able to get things going. Taking a look at some stat comparisons, the one that stands out to me the most is 15 first downs for MHB to Stoughton's 3. So have really put together some long, methodical drives where Stoughton's offense is kind of coming big plays. A little yard comparison, 241 total yards of offense for MHB to Stoughton's 88. Hendrickson is 11 for 16 for 130 yards and a touchdown. That, of course, coming to Hayden Anderson at the end of the half. And then for Stoughton Vikings, Colin Kotlowski, 5 of 7 for 63 yards. Hayden Anderson is the leading receiver with 49 yards on 4 catches, and, of course, that touchdown. And in the rushing side of things, Jack Wilson has 10 carries for 63 yards, and Logan Hedstrom as the leading rusher for Stoughton, who also has a touchdown.
Biting on those first downs, MHB has 15 and Stoughton just has 3. It's really just those 2 big chunk plays Stoughton had. That long one over the middle, little miscue on Django Christian, and then that flip around pass that got him down at the 2-yard line and punched that one in for 7. But really outside of that, Stoughton hasn't had much life on offense. The next drive, they tried to go downfield, heave the ball, and they had the receiver down there. The quarterback just overthrew him a little bit. So wonder in this second half they come back out and try to come back out and get that deep ball going.
It'll be a kick from right to left for MHB, fielded at 5-yard line. Dancing around back there is Sell now. Really can't get a whole lot doing on that return. Stoughton will start at about the 23-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say this is a must-score situation for Stoughton, but it's definitely something you want to get something going on. Because MHB gets the ball back here, they score. Doesn't exactly put the game away, but pretty close, if not.
Yeah, certainly a big drive here for Stoughton. If anything, you at least want to pin MHB deep in their own territory with a nice punt. So you got to pick up some yards here early in the drive. They'll start off with a run to Hedstrom. Hedstrom finding a little room along that far sideline. Tackled down by Harry Walker at about the 28. Another important note from that first half, other than that holding play on the MHB touchdown that was called back, there was no other penalties listed in the stats, which doesn't seem right because I think there was a false start as well.
Yeah, there was a false start at the beginning of that game. Yeah, really.
But other than that, no penalties on Stoughton and a clean first half. They'll stick with the run up the middle. Not a whole lot doing there. Maybe a couple yards, make it third and pretty manageable.
Yeah, pitching back on that penalty thing. MHB's really struggled with that this year in the Beaver Dam game, and then last week in Watertown. Obviously still a dominating win, home against Watertown, but a lot of penalties, and I think Coach St. Arnold had enough of that, and he wanted to get that cleaned up, and yeah, just those 2 penalties tonight, I believe.
So it'll be third down and what we'll call a short 3. Huge play here coming up the start of the second half. It'll be a little slip pass to Hedstrom, who is wrapped up by Harry Walker, and that is going to depend on the spot, as Hedstrom a little slow to get up after that. Took a big hit.
Still have the offense out on the field.
Spotted just shy. Call it 4th and 1. And a little tush push here for the Stoughton Vikings, and I think that's going to be enough.
Yeah, straight out of the Philadelphia Eagles playbook right there.
Works in the NFL, might as well try it short yardage here in high school, and actually give them 2 yards there on that one, so Stoughton's drive stays alive. It'll be 1st and 10, a key 4th down conversion. And as Jack mentioned, a pretty big drive here for Stoughton, trying to keep this one within reach. Be a handoff to Hedstrom out of the backfield. Trying to find a little running room down that left side, but that is quickly closed up.
Yeah, it was Django Christian that set the edge and really wasn't able to tackle him, but just force him out of bounds, and that'll do the trick.
I think that's one of the things I've been most impressed with this MHB secondary throughout the year has been their ability to set the edge and come up and make plays in the run defense.
Yeah, there are a few times where they'll get beat on a route, but when it comes to run defense, they always know how to set that edge and recover from it.
They'll stick with the pistol formation, receiver on each side. This time, 2-step drop back, firing on a curl pass. That one is incomplete. Some solid coverage down there by Christian. Definitely still a catchable ball, but made things a little bit more difficult on the receiver.
Yeah, really threw that one right in the breadbasket. Not sure if he would have came down with that one either way with Christian right there. Probably getting a big hit on him, but.
Yeah, definitely heard footsteps as you're trying to come down with that one, but I do like the play call. Threw it right at that 1st down marker, a good timing route, just well covered and couldn't quite execute. They'll go with the pass again. Little slip route to the tight end. Across the 40, right across the 45 for a Stoughton 1st down. A nice run after the catch by Gatlin Empey, the 6'1", 225 senior.
Yeah, might have got that one out of the MHB playbook. That's the one they like to run with their big tight end, Hayden Anderson, and Stoughton's got that going for them now.
Anytime you got a player that can create yards after the catch, dumping off in the flats can always be a good idea. This time they'll go back to Empey on a dive up the middle. Short gain as Stoughton begins to approach MHB territory.
Yeah, lucky to just get one there. Taking a lot of time off this clock so far. Not even at midfield yet.
Vikings showing blitz here on this second down. They'll send pressure through the middle, shaking off the initial sack attempt, but then being brought down.
Yeah, not sure if they're giving the credit to Harrison Walker or Parker Niles there.
DeRozier was the first one to come through, almost untouched, and then finished off by Walker and Niles, probably a half a sack each.
Yeah, really just an all-around great play by that defensive line.
Perfect time to dial up the blitz. Stoughton was not ready for it. Motion goes Sell now. It'll be a pass, setting up the screen. Under pressure, and that one was nearly intercepted. Eli Meyer had it in his fingertips. Wow, you can't draw it up much better than that for MHB defense to set up a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, that's definitely one Eli Meyer's going to want back. Right in the fingertips and couldn't come away with it.
They had the right play call there for that MHB blitz, but they just got there so quick he couldn't even get the screen pass off. And then, like you said, Meyer would have had a walk-in touchdown if he could have grabbed that one. A little high snap here on the punt. And that one is shanked. It'll bounce at Stoughton's own 41-yard line.
And what was a game at one point, MHB's got in plus territory and with a lead of 17.
So an official punt of 2 yards. Don't know if a Viking quite got a piece of that one, but the initial high snap made him rush the punt a little bit. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by First Weber Mark Nortman and Associates and by Kittleson Landscaping. Hope you enjoyed the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscaping. Flag flies in on this handoff to Wilson, who stiff arms the defender, now will reverse field. This time looking to pass. He's got an open Hendrickson who catches it. And they'll actually say, did he secure it? Yes, he did. Little trickery for MHB. Wilson did a nice job evading that initial tackle for loss, but I think this is going to come back as a result of a hold. And a flag on the near side as well. Did not see that one. A few feet in front of head coach Jason Becker. So we will see.
I think it was an ineligible man downfield, I believe, is that call.
That was the only signal we got. Maybe both officials recognizing that's an ineligible man downfield. I think, not sure who the O-lineman was called on, but maybe thought Wilson was just going to run with it after that play looked to be blown up and probably got a little bit too far downfield. But then when he let it fly to Brooks here on the near side, just too far.
Yeah, it's always a downfall to run on those trick plays. Never know what's going to happen when you're those O-linemen.
Play action. In the flats to Anderson. Anderson with some running room on the far sideline. Hurdles a defender. And falling forward across the 25 down to the 22 goes Hayden Anderson.
Continuing to add on to that receiving yards leader.
Yeah, Anderson, a guy that this coaching staff raves about. Not only his receiving ability, what we've seen tonight, but just having him out there as an extra blocker just really creates those opening running lanes for Hendrickson, Meyer, and Wilson.
Yeah, we saw it earlier in this game when Stoughton was asking for that penalty, but Anderson got away with one, showing off his blocking ability.
Be 1st and 10 from the 23. Inside zone for Wilson, and that one popped out. Ball still loose. Stoughton says they have it. It will be a turnover. Tried to go inside with Wilson. Somebody got a helmet on that one. Wilson coughed it up, and Stoughton's defense keeping them in it with a huge forced turnover as MHB was knocking on the door of the red zone.
Yeah, okay, that was a big one. Yeah, MHB, they put a touchdown on that board right there, most likely sealing the game away, and now game very much alive. Still a lot of fuel to go, 90 yards to the end zone.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Stoughton from their own 10 after the forced fumble. MHB, of course, leading this one 24-7 here in the third quarter with 6:35 left. Stoughton Vikings will come out in the pistol. Play action, firing deep, wide open over the middle, and dropped incomplete. Quite the throw from Kotlowski, put it on the money. Blackburn, the 6'5" tight end, just couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, that's one you definitely want to have back, and he is really frustrated after that one. Teammates really just got to make sure he gets his head back in it after that.
Stoughton has certainly found the seams in this MHB defense, though. I mean, it's probably about the third or fourth play, Jack, where we've seen a Stoughton Viking receiver or tight end just with a wide open catch opportunity, a couple of missed throws, and a couple of drop balls. Shotgun, speed option, and Walker is all over that one. Did not fall for the QB keeper. And Hedstrom a little shaken up. I believe that was Walker. The announcer said Niles, but I think Harry Walker was all over that.
Walker too.
And that's a tough one because you think the quarterback might keep it, but you're taught one of the guys to go after the quarterback, and Walker sticking with his assignment, the running back, and just making an excellent play off the edge.
I wonder if you run this now just to ensure you don't get a safety.
It will be a quarterback keeper. Some running room here for Kotlowski. And they got a lot of yardage back, but just so deep in their own territory, pretty much going to have to punt this one away still, as it is 4th and 4 from their own about 18. Not sure if Stoughton would be potentially looking at a fake here. It would be pretty deep to try it. Gets this one away, and that one will go out of bounds. So a couple of short punts have really helped out MHB. That one only getting to the 25-yard line.
Wow, yeah, you could call that one a shank, just like golf term out here. And that's one you definitely want to have back.
Yeah, that one about an 8-yard punt. The previous punt only went 2 yards. So MHB will certainly take the field position after Stoughton's special teams, which looked pretty good in the first half, has not been able to execute here in the second. Stoughton sending pressure here on first. It'll be a little swing pass to Wilson. Wilson slips past one defender, trying to fight off another, still on his feet. And Wilson carrying Stoughton players across the 25 to the 22.
Yeah, should have lost yards on that, but comes away with 2 yards somehow. And Wilson will check out, and Meyer will check in.
And look to be Hedstrom, Logan Hedstrom, the senior captain, a little shaken up after that last hit on Wilson. He will head to the sideline. Hopefully he is all right being checked out down there. As you mentioned, for MHB, Meyer now the running back.
Yeah, he's a big playmaker for that Stoughton Vikings team. Definitely want him back out in that field on both sides of the football.
2 receivers set out to the left, 1 to the right. Anderson motions into the slot on the right side. It'll be Meyer alongside Hendrickson in the gun. Fakes, now fires. Caught across the 15 and falling forward is number 15, Connor McHugh. So kind of like you talked about, Jack, a lot of different guys that can play receiver for this MHB offense. Be interesting to see after the game how many different players have had a catch so far in this one.
Yeah, I think we're got to be nearing that 5-6 range.
And on the season, we've really seen a lot of different options at receiver.
Yeah, really just throw that defense off, and you have that many different receivers coming on the field.
Hendrickson firing, corner of the end zone. Anderson caught it. Is it a touchdown? I believe they'll say out of bounds. Made a nice play. Pass just sailed a little bit there on Brooks. But certainly a good catch. Just couldn't get them 1 foot in bounds.
Yeah, I like the call there on 1st and 10. You're in striking distance, got extra 2 downs to work with, and try and take a shot in the end zone. Definitely the right call there.
Max Grundle as well as DeRozier will check in on the offensive side of the ball as Hendrickson goes under center. Hand it off to Meyer. Meyer trying to evade the Stoughton defenders in the backfield and is wrestled down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, I believe that was Matthew Bubon, the first one back there, number 5. Couldn't finish off the play in the backfield. Still got about 1.
Like Owen Corbett got in there as well. And a familiar situation here, 3rd down inside the play in Wisconsin red zone for MHB. Come short at least once tonight in this situation. Setting up the screen. It'll be DeRozier. Slips past the tackle and finds a burst into the end zone. Goes Henry DeRozier. What a play for the touchdown. And you really can't draw it up better than that. And how about the execution, able to break the tackle there for the touchdown.
Yeah, it was number 10, Jack Johnson, that couldn't bring him down and leads to an easy Henry DeRozier touchdown. Yeah, he's really made his presence known, not coming off much this past year, and had a really nice offseason and worked his way up to this starting lineup.
Has made his presence known on defense, but now the last 2 games scoring touchdown on offense and really has some speed out of that tight end and linebacker position.
Yeah, he's definitely a tight end be starting at most teams, but you got a tight end like Hayden Anderson on your team, he's not going to be starting.
Penalty
still getting a lot of reps, though.
On MHB did not quite catch what the flag was, so we'll see if they decide to just kick this one or continue to line up. Be a long 2-point attempt. It was a 5-yard penalty. So it'd be from out the 7-8 yard line.
It looks like they're keeping the kicker off the field, so go for this one here from the 7 now, or the 8, excuse me.
Gotta imagine pass play here. Vikings in their spread offense. Here's Hendrickson firing. Anderson actually rather going for Grundle on the outside, and no chance at that one. With 2:35 left here in the 3rd quarter, MHB leading Stoughton on the road 30-7 on Wisco Radio.
That's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
30-7, Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton here under the lights at Stoughton High School. Really nice high school facility here in Stoughton, turf field. Good press box accommodation up here. Cade Johnson alongside Jack Goodwin. And Mount Horeb Barneveld, after maybe a little bit slower start than initially this coaching staff wanted, have started to pick things up here, now making this a 32-7 ball game. End over end kickoff will be fielded at the 5. Sell now. Tripped up and a great tackle. Special teams play there.
That was 17 Colton Bell on the tackle.
So 30-7 the score, 2:29 in the third.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's quite out of reach yet, but it's definitely getting to that point if you don't put points up on this drive.
After a couple of big play opportunities, Stoughton just hasn't quite been able to capitalize. They've certainly shown flashes of being able to move the ball on this MHB defense. This will be a quarterback keeper, pulled it at the last second and going nowhere on first down. That's also been another major component of this MHB defensive performance, is limiting yards on first down. When they can do that, they are very tough to move the ball on. This game, of course, moved up to 6 p.m. due to the weather. It is holding off so far.
I think you might just jinx it now. I still got a whole quarter of football left, but we'll see.
Pistol formation. Pumping, looking to run, and wrapped up and tackled. I think that was Walker that got there first.
Yeah, went down a little funky there. Hopefully he gets up all right.
Oh, no.
And
not Walker, it was Niles.
Yeah, really, that whole D-line able to make plays. Aiden Knight, Parker Niles, and Harrison Walker, all big names.
Vikings like to run 3 down linemen, which generally speaking leaves you kind of vulnerable to the run at times, but they do a good job of filling their gaps at linebacker.
Yeah, DeRozier and Wilson always getting up there to make those plays along with Meyer.
Receiver to each side. Play action. Under pressure. Taking off and running again is Kotlowski. And that'll bring up 4th down. Aiden Knight got to him first after gain of 3. 4th and 1, maybe 2. And I think you pretty much got to go for this one, Jack.
Yeah, it's still a long one if you want to push this one. They are kind of lined up in that formation. Let's see.
They will go for it. And that is going to be very close.
I don't think he had it. We'll see. No arms pointing anyway yet.
That was a long yard to try to tush push,
yeah,
as you said. And they will say first down. No measurement
wow,
needed.
Really thought from this angle, looked like it was a little short, but.
Yeah, I thought maybe at least would see a measurement, as that's pretty far. It's on the near side hash, and the chain gang, of course, on the Mount Horeb Barneveld far sideline, but officials saw enough to move it, so the tush push is successful, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. So through 3, Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton 30-7. You are watching Wisco Radio. We'll be right back.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Vikings fans having some fun over there with their team up big here over Stoughton on the road. Hasn't been too pretty. Couple failed fourth downs and fumbles, but they have found themselves out to a pretty large lead. Play action. And this jump ball is knocked away, incomplete. There is a flag. Tried going for the receiver in double coverage. That was well defended by number 10, Andy Jones.
Yeah, I couldn't quite catch the second number on defense there, but nonetheless, very good defense. Wonder if they call a penalty here.
They'll call a hold, so maybe that is why the coverage was so good, is a little extra grabbing there from MHB.
Yeah, it would definitely help your case.
So that'll move the chains for a first down. Ball at the 44.
What's been a really struggling offense since that second drive for Stoughton. Maybe got a sign of life here.
Picked up a big fourth to start this one. Play action. Going back to that swing pass. And not a whole lot doing there once again. That's Empey. Seen a lot of touches for the senior Empey. Certainly has some run after the catch ability. And now looks to be a Stoughton lineman a little slow. No, actually that is Empey a little slow to get up after that last tackle, so being checked out. Hopefully is all right down there. We will step aside for a quick break while the trainers check out Empey here on Wisco Radio.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personal.
Ended up punching that one anyways, but two really good defensive plays by him. One ended up called holding, but another great defensive rep by him.
They've certainly been trying to air it out more in the second half. A lot of go routes have been their main attack. Play action again. Trying to step up in the pocket, and he is wrapped up. Whole crew of Vikings in on that one. Aiden Knight was in there. I believe Parker Niles in there.
I believe number 22, Evan Primusberger, getting some reps in there too.
So it'll be fourth down and long, and no choice but to go for this one. Down huge. Would take a crazy comeback from Stoughton, and they would have to start it by converting on this fourth, but this one is all but over. Here's the fourth down. Under pressure, firing over the middle, tipped around and incomplete. Some more great coverage from MHB. I believe that was Schlimgen who got his hand on that one. Caden Schlimgen, the junior defensive back. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. And by Norse Golf Club. Book a tee time online at norsegolfclub.com. Well, Jack, that stop for MHB, if it wasn't over before, pretty much seals it here. They're just going to try to continue to run down the clock in the fourth, up big, and maybe even try to get some running clock here.
Yeah, definitely can get there. Can't quite do it with another touchdown. It'll only make it a 30-point game, as Haig jumped off sides in that last play, making it 1st and 15.
Stoughton showing pressure. Hendrickson able to step up through the pressure, find a deep strike, caught, and unable to hang on to that one was Colin Haig. I don't know if you can really put it in a better spot right there for Hendrickson. A great deep throw, and Haig will want that one back.
Yeah, definitely one you want to have back, and he had the mistake in the last play. It ended up at a false start, and that was the perfect opportunity to make up for it, and just right out of the breadbasket.
And after we saw a few missed throws from Brooks throughout the start of this year, he has been absolutely dialed in passing the ball in this one. They'll look to pass again. This time firing over the middle into heavy traffic. Great hands over the middle. I believe that was Christian who came up with that one.
No, that was Connor McHugh again with his second catch in the game.
So it was McHugh, number 15, not number 25.
And Hendrickson, really beautiful throw across body, as obviously he's a lefty. Fitting that in a very tight window.
Did a good job keeping it low, protecting his receiver as well, as you mentioned with the defenders over the middle. Brooks again on the hitch, flag flies in. I think that's Bumgard over there on the far side who had the first down pending the penalty.
Yeah, that's right in the area of holding. We'll see what the call is here.
That's the one thing Stoughton has certainly been leading in is penalty yards, as Mount Horeb, a few different undisciplined things, but it will be a face mask. So just as I say that, Stoughton with a miscue. And
yeah, I wonder if looks like they just declined that one and they'll take their yards.
Yeah, not sure if it was on, I don't think it was on the tackle. And okay, it was. They will tack it on at the end of the play. Officials still discussing.
Yeah, coach on the Stoughton sideline. Jason Becker, the head coach over there, trying to figure something out.
Didn't think I had seen any face mask on that tackle, so I'm not sure if it was hands to the face or quite what's going on. Officials still discussing, trying to get this one sorted out.
And now they're going to count out the 15.
So it looks like they went back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll let the statistician, Nolan Krentz, sort that one out as far as how that's recorded in. But nonetheless, 1st and 10 for MHB. Thank you to Nolan for providing all of our halftime stats as well for Wisco Radio. Hendrickson over the middle again. This is Haig. Haig trying to find a way into the end zone. He does. Touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld. And Brooks Hendrickson has been just throwing almost a perfect game, if you will, as far as these passes have been put on the money.
Yeah, Haig making up for it there. Dropped touchdown earlier on this drive and ends up getting the touchdown anyways, extending the lead to 36-7 pending the 2-point attempt.
You got to like the play call there from Chris Ballback, keeping confidence in one of, if not your best receiver, going back to him and allowing him to score that touchdown.
Hendrickson changing up the play.
Anderson will motion out one-on-one coverage to the left. We'll see if they go to a fade ball. They will not. They'll just hand it off to Meyer. Meyer with a nice cutback up and through the hole for two. Makes this 38-7. 9:17 left here in the fourth. You are watching Wisco Radio.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
So a Colin Haig touchdown makes this a 38-7 ball game. Mount Horeb Barneveld just absolutely running away with this one after a little back and forth early in the game. Now put this one completely out of reach. That one fielded at the 1 yard line. Some running room for Selnow down the left sideline, and he is tripped up out of bounds across the 35. See if MHB keeps their first team defense on the field. Not quite at the running clock, so it looks like all starters will stay here for at least this drive. Could see a stop and another score. We might see this JV squad come in to finish things off as well, though.
I see a few guys getting in the mix. Evan Preisberger and number 84, Connor Casey, the sophomore.
Started off with a handoff. Hedstrom back into the game. Finds a seam down the left sideline before he's wrapped up by Andy Jones across the 40. Showing some explosive speed was Logan Hedstrom, a 5'11" senior. As you mentioned, after being a little shaken up on play in the third quarter, good to see him back out there and looking like his regular self. The host, Stoughton Vikings, will stick with the pistol. Good dive up the middle as the clock continues to run. Now under 8:30.
I believe that was number 25, Gatlin Empey, if he's back on the field. He is.
Another good sign for Stoughton. Glad to see two of their key players at least feeling good enough to get back out there and make an impact.
Yeah, even losing one of them would be a big hurt, let alone two of them. Thankfully, both of them checked back into the game and playing hopefully the rest of this one.
Pistol again. Hedstrom breaks the contain, gets the edge before finally being cut off. I think it was Andy Jones forcing him out, but after we talked about how well MHB is able to set the edge, a couple of times Hedstrom has gotten loose on the outside.
They were talking about earlier in this game, Django Christian, Colton Bell, and Andy Jones all able to set that edge really well and kind of giving it up as they were expecting some runs up the middle where they did not run it and giving up some big plays.
Two receivers now to the left. Firing across the middle and well defended. Ricky Sevilla in on that one. Can't really defend it much better than that.
Yeah, really a good pass, but just better defense, and receiver wasn't really all that open.
Clock stopped here in the fourth. This one has been out of reach in the fourth. MHB didn't look too pretty at times, but has really been able to come out and dominate in the second half.
Yeah, Stoughton really now just stat padding in garbage time, and instead MHB will stat pad.
Officially, it would have been credited as a sack. There's a flag down on the near side 20.
Back in the secondary.
We'll have to await the call.
There's one near side.
So another hold on MHB, the second one called on their defense. Officials tightening up their whistle a little bit here in the second half after we talked about only 2 total penalties in the first half. So certainly some teaching points here for Coach St. Arnold. Penalties in big games will certainly be a lot more impactful.
Yeah, it's definitely something you want to keep working on, cleaning that up.
A 4-step drop back, firing, back corner of the end zone, jump ball, and caught. That's number 19, Devin Rogers, coming away with that one. An absolute dot from Kotlowski, put it right between the 2 MHB defenders, and can't really do it much better than that.
Yeah, I believe MHB coming out and cover one man, and safety was trying to come over and get some help and couldn't quite make the play in time, and the receiver already had it secured, and it results in a Stoughton touchdown.
And I mean, throughout this one, Stoughton has certainly had similar passing chances, just either haven't been able to quite connect on the throw and a couple of drop balls, but this could be a completely different story if they had some of those big plays back. They'll line up for the 2-point try here. Fakes over, pass over the middle, and looked like Sevilla was all over that attempted swing pass. So the score will stay 38-13 with 7:34 here in Stoughton.
Turn your home into the ultimate family playground with Plain, Wisconsin. Choose from our traditional solid wood or maintenance-free vinyl swing sets built for fun, safety, and years of enjoyment. Whether it's a basketball goal for your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain, Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain, Wisconsin, you get quality, durability, and fun, all in one place. Visit our Middleton showroom to try it first or shop us online at plainwisconsin.com.
Back here on Wisco Radio, Cade Johnson alongside Jack Goodwin. Stoughton able to get a touchdown here in the fourth. And probably keeping MHB's first team offense on the field as a result of that, Jack, as we'll now see the hands team here for the more than likely attempted onside kick. They will just boot it away deep. Only one man back for the Vikings will kneel it, and that, I believe, was Haig back there.
Yeah, he doesn't want to risk taking a big hit there, as that would not be a fun one when you got a few unblocked Stoughton defenders running through. And believe we do still have the starting offense out.
I would think if maybe they got a stop on that last drive, we could have seen at least some second-team players, but I like the decision just because still 7:31. You would think it's out of reach, but you don't want to just give an early turnover or anything to Stoughton.
Exactly. Yeah, still coming out in the normal offense.
Brooks fakes the handoff, dump it off in the flats to Anderson. We've seen that play a few times. Anderson juking past defenders, still on his feet, nearly to midfield. And Anderson's got to be pretty close to 100 yards on the evening. Halftime had 43, and now has had a few catches here in the second half. So quite the night for the senior tight end.
Yeah, really at someone that size, you should not be able to see him making that many moves on the defenders, just juking out 2, 3 of them in a row and making a huge gain.
Two receivers to the left of Hendrickson. He'll look that way. Vikings continue to pass, firing deep and just overshooting his intended target. Not quite sure who that was down there.
I think that was Connor McHugh again down there, and Colin Olson in the area too.
So interestingly enough, up 38-13, a pretty heavy dose of pass for MHB's offense.
Yeah, I think in this scenario you just want to hand the ball off to Wilson or Meyer and just run this clock down, but St. Arnold's not a big fan of Stoughton, so he's going to keep this score going.
Heavy blitz coming and knocked away incomplete. Swatted down at the D line. I'll bring up 3rd and 10. PA announcer crediting Blackburn with that pass deflection.
Yeah, Anderson, the intended target there, just another one out in the flat with quite a bit of room to run in front of him.
It'll be 3rd down here for MHB. Clock stopped. Here's Hendrickson under pressure. Will dump off the screen to Wilson. Wilson has a seam, has blockers and running room across the 30, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone goes Jack Wilson. The screenplay goes all the way 52 yards. Mount Horeb Barneveld touchdown.
Now pending the 2-point conversion could make this 46-13. As this night for Brooks Hendrickson has been near perfect.
They will line up to go for 2 here. Hendrickson this time will look to throw it under heavy duress, and that one will fall to the turf. Incomplete. Score will stay 44-13 in favor of MHB. We'll step aside with 6:31 left in the 4th.
At Samuelson Eye Care, we know clear vision doesn't always mean healthy eyes. That's why we've introduced advanced screenings to capture detailed images above and below the surface of your eyes, helping us spot potential issues early, often before you notice any changes. These quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
Back here at Stoughton High School, Mount Horeb Barneveld piling it on with the Jack Wilson screen. Almost been waiting for them to dial that up all night. It's seemed to be there a couple of times, and another staple throughout the years of MHB's offense we've seen with as long as offensive coordinator Chris Ballback has been here, has been that halfback screen.
Yeah, it's really just a big safety valve. You don't have the pass game working, then you just throw a nice screen pass on 3rd and long, and teams always work out in their favor.
And that one brought to just shy of the 20. So now if you're MHB,
still do look like they have the starters out on that field. They don't want to be giving up any points, apparently.
And no love lost between these two rivals, but at the same time, you certainly want to try to keep everyone healthy and get out of here with the win.
Yeah, you look like a big fool now if you get a big name injured here on this offense or defensive side of the ball.
Stoughton will come out. Receiver set out to each side, and now blown dead. False start. I think if you're Stoughton, you kind of want to continue what you put together on that last drive, try to carry some momentum going into the rest of the season. Obviously against a great MHB defense. Probably won't see a defense this good in the rest of conference play, so if you can put together another drive here, can certainly build upon some things. They'll start off on the ground as they have all night with a handoff up the middle. Gain of 5 back to right around that original line of scrimmage. Under 6 minutes and counting here at Stoughton. Vikings fans enjoying this one. The Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings fans, I should specify. And they'll go back on the ground. Will Stoughton. And maybe if you're Stoughton, you also want to try to get this one over as well, as we talked about with avoiding injuries, and just get ready for next week.
Third and 8, make it a little more manageable now. Still a long ways to go.
Five minutes to play, 3rd and 8 for Stoughton, trailing 13-44 over the visiting MHB Vikings. Plenty of time in the pocket. Stepping up, looking to throw, and is wrapped up and wrestled down. A big hit as a flag flying in late, very late flag.
Really didn't look like anything unnecessary.
As Kotlowski did a good job of avoiding initial tackle, but a couple of Vikings coming at the end. I'm guessing something relating to that.
Yeah, maybe a late hit. We'll see.
So it is personal foul on MHB. Guessing, as Jack said, a little unnecessary roughness. Maybe earlier in the game that they let that go, but certainly at this point you obviously don't want anyone getting hurt. So I can understand the officials trying to protect Kotlowski, especially as a quarterback as well too.
Yeah, definitely as a quarterback, you favor them a little bit. You see that a lot in the NFL. Like you see quarterback getting hit as they're sliding down. They're going to call that 10 times out of 10.
Start on the ground again on first down, and a nice running seam here through into the Mount Horeb secondary. Finally brought down across midfield, across the 45. Believe that was Valen Wilson. Hasn't seen too many carries in this one, but making the most of that one. Pistol formation. They'll stick with the same set receiver set out to each side. Now motioning over. And they'll go back to Wilson, breaking a few tackles before being wrestled down by Sevilla.
Yeah, say that one again. Wrestled down by Sevilla. He's a big wrestler. Takes out the wrestling move there.
Yeah, him and Meyer certainly know how to use their body in one-on-one situations.
Yeah, there's a reason they play in this MHB football team. You're able to tackle and wrestle really well. It correlates over the football field.
Stoughton offense in no hurry here, down big in the fourth. Could be whacked to Wilson once again.
Yeah, this offense starting to create a lot of big holes.
Fresh legs
middle.
here in the fourth might play a little factor of that. Certainly, when you look at the film, that might be something you look at, getting him a little more involved, as some nice carries for the junior. Both teams fighting for the morale victory, as MHB will call a timeout. Try to get the defense set with 2:44. We'll take one as well. MHB up big here in the fourth.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities thrive. Whether you're looking for a loan to grow your dreams or secure a place to grow your savings, Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here on Wisco Radio. This one is all but over. MHB up 44-13 here in the fourth. Stoughton trying to put some points on the board to cap this one off.
And make this game look a little closer than it really was.
You never know with the playoff algorithm how another 7 points can come into play. Wilson is stuffed for minimal yardage. Great solo tackle.
Yeah, see, we can get a number on that one. 55, Dylan Randall, I believe.
Yeah, did a great job beating him to the spot. Not easy making a solo tackle like that.
Yeah, especially coming from behind in that angle. Just kind of grabbed the shoulder pads a little bit and was able to pull him down. Yeah, getting right to that 2-minute mark. Obviously no 2-minute warning in high school. Throws me off quite a bit.
Play action. Deep bomb. Got a step and a great catch. Wow, what a play by number 17, Jackson Keese. Have tried to go to him a few times tonight. That is not an easy catch to make over the head and the back corner.
Yeah, little off to his left, but able to rotate and make the play and capitalize for a touchdown.
Put that one where the defender couldn't get it. And really the Stoughton offense kind of coming alive in this fourth quarter, Jack, even with Mount Horeb Barneveld leaving their starters on the field. And that extra point is blocked.
Yeah, I wonder if MHB is just at the point where they just trying to make sure we're staying healthy and stuff.
1:53 still left in the fourth. Stoughton will kick off. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mound City Bank, building lasting relationships with premier financial solutions, and by the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, an organization focused on assisting the development of youth football players in Mount Horeb. Now if you're Stoughton, do you go onside here, or do you just kick it away and kind of get ready for MHB to run it out?
Yeah, if they do run it out, it's a better question. MHB coming out with the hands team on the field again. See if they just boom this one away at a Hague, or we'll settle on the onside.
You don't get too many onside situations, so at least if you're both team, might be a good time to get a real rep in here, if nothing else. Everyone up, ready for the onside, and they will just boot it away to Hague. Fielded around the 20. Hag trying to find a seam to the left, and will just take a knee right around the 30. And let's see what MHB decides to put out there on offense. From initial looks, I believe got mostly second team offense out there. I think that's Harvey Helen in at quarterback. We'll hand it off up the middle. Nothing doing there.
Yeah, and Evan Lightfree, the right tackle, really just let the defender get right by him, able to get a tackle for loss.
It will be starting JV quarterback Harvey Helen. Will be tasked with these last minute and 15 seconds.
Making sure to run that clock all the way down.
We'll wait for the official to start his count. And we'll now get the snap. A handoff back to about the original line of scrimmage.
I think they'll have to run one more play under center, and that'll seal the deal here.
Third and 9, one final play, and that'll do it. Final score here at Stoughton, MHB 44, Stoughton 19. And Helen will take the snap. Hand off, up the middle, and finding a running lane across midfield. Guess that'll stop the clock temporarily until the chains are set, but I think both teams are lining up to shake hands.
And that'll do it here for Friday Night Football.
So your final score, Mount Horeb Barneveld 44, Stoughton 19. MHB gets it done on the road. With that, for Jack Goodwin, I'm Kate Johnson. Thank you for tuning into Wisco Radio's coverage of Mount Horeb Barneveld Football. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and good night.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!